I'm logged into MBC Online as a teacher, and here is a typical page, typical course at MBC Online that we'll be trying to emulate. We have some welcome words, and here, very typical, lots of files. Here's a syllabus in a couple of different formats. Here's a PowerPoint file, here's a PDF document, and it's very common for MBC Online courses to have lots of varying kinds of documents. That's what this tutorial covers, is how to put documents up on your course page. I'm going to start with a Word document, although I'm going to tell you that the putting a Word document on your page is probably not the best solution. At the end of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put it up as a page inside of MBC Online rather than as a Word document. First, I will go to a course that's empty, so I'll come up to the little person symbol, to my courses, and come to this empty page. And now, in order to put documents in any activities or resources into MBC Online, I have to turn editing on. Click the Turn Editing On button. And now down here, where do I want the syllabus to go? This is going to be the syllabus as a Word document. Where do I want it to go? Well, it's not part of week 1, it's not part of week 2. It's part of the it's for the whole course, and so I'm going to put it up here in the portion of the course that's before any of the weeks. And I do that by adding an activity or a resource. At the top of the activities or the bottom of the resources, I want a file resource. I click File and then click Add. And here now are all the questions I have to answer to get a file up there. What do I want to call this? Well, I want to call this syllabus. And in fact, I'm going to say read syllabus because read is the verb that I want the students to do. I can describe it here if I want to, that's optional. I need to put the document right here. There are several ways to do, a couple ways to do it. One is you can click Add and then click that you want to upload a file and then go browse for the file. And I'll do that for you. Browse for the file, and I know that my syllabus is under Documents, under Module 2, and Syllabus. There's my syllabus. I would then click to upload this file, and there it is. Now, I'm going to show you the other way to get it there, so I'm going to right-click this and then delete it. So the second way, and the more common way, to get a syllabus, to get a document into the up here onto the course, is to just drag it. So I go navigate to where my document is, and then just click and drag it and drop it right into the course. Either way, I get the syllabus into this file resource. Appearance is valuable. You want this to say New Window. The current default for MBC Online is that this should go into a new window. Earlier defaults were that it would come up in an automatic way, and you definitely want this to be New Window. We have discovered that iPads and Android devices work much better if you put New Window. And activity completion, this is really valuable. If you've turned activity completion on, there can be a check mark next to the syllabus that either the student can check to indicate to him or herself that the student has read the syllabus, or the check mark can be put up automatically if the student opens the syllabus. You also have the option for don't have a check mark at all. But the best thing I think to do is to put show activity as complete when the conditions are met, and the condition is the student has to view it. This will mean that the check mark will be put up there automatically when the student clicks on it, and elsewhere I'll show you how to get a list of all of the students and all the activities and which students have completed which activities. This list can be extremely helpful, letting you know which activities students are actually clicking on, which resources they're actually using. There it is. Read the syllabus is now in your course. I'm going to turn editing off, and this is now what your course looks like. I'm going to switch role for a minute, switch role to student, so we can see what your course is going to look like if you're a student. It basically looks the same, except the Turn Editing Off button is missing. And now, as a student, I'm going to click Read Syllabus. What's going to happen? Well, that depends on the nature of your computing device and what software you have installed. On this particular computer, it wants to open up in Microsoft Word. I would click OK and it would open. On an Android device, on an iPad, something different will happen. in the devices I've tested, it opens up in a new window directly inside the browser rather than in a separate Microsoft Word instance. Now I will switch role back to my normal role. I'm going to tell you though that putting it up as a Word document is not the best. Not everybody can read, not every computer can read a Word document. A better format than a Word document is a PDF file. If you have something like a syllabus or some other resource in a Word document, what you can do is File, Save As, and change it from a Word document to a PDF file. Essentially, every computing device can read a PDF file. And I'll just click Save. I now have this thing saved as a PDF file. And I can add a new file. How do we add a file? I'll just remind you, turn editing on, add an activity or resource, scroll down, and we'll add a file, add. This is going to be syllabus as a PDF. And you come down to where the file, where you need to drag and drop the file. And here I have now saved it as a PDF, and I can just drag the PDF right in. Appearance, make sure it's new window. It is. Activity completion. I like to pick show it complete when the student meets the criteria, and I will return to course. Just that easily, I now have both the syllabus in both a Word document and a PDF format. I'm not suggesting you put them in both formats. I think probably better is just the PDF format. But guess what? There's something that's better than either the Word format or the PDF format. If you have a Word document, let me back up. With a Word document or a PDF, your students have to have some way of reading those two formats. They have to have something that opens a Word format. They have to have something that opens a PDF format. They may not. A nice solution would be to take that same content and put it straight into a page inside of MPC Online. And let me show you how that's done. I will now add an activity or resource. What I'm going to add is not a document, but a page. Click Page and click Add. Give this page a name. This is what's going to appear on the main portion of your course, syllabus page. And scroll on down. Past the description, scroll on down to the content area. Now in this content area, this is where we want to paste the contents of your Word document. But you can't paste straight from Word into MPC Online. You have to use this button here, the Paste from Word button. So what you do is you open up Word, you select everything by Control A, Control C is one way to get that done. Oops, closed the wrong thing. Now I need to paste it, but I have to use this, Paste from Word. So click that, we now have a new window, Control V to paste it straight into there, and then Insert. And now the entire syllabus has been pasted straight into this page. Appearance you don't have to worry about. Activity completion, I always want to say mark it as complete when the student has viewed it. And now I'll save and return to course. We now have a third option up here. Read the syllabus as a Word document or a PDF or as a page. I'm going to turn editing off so you can see what it looks like when you're a student. And if you click syllabus page, now it comes not to, there's no requirement for Word to open, there's no requirement for Adobe's PDF reader to open. It just opens straight inside of MPC Online. This is probably the best bet for everybody. And that's how you put files, or better yet, pages up on MPC Online. Oh, I should say one more thing. If you have PowerPoint files, same thing. They go up like any other file. But again, PowerPoint files can only be read by computing devices that have the third-party PowerPoint viewer available. Or there are other options, Google Docs and things. But you're requiring your student to have an extra piece of software installed, and they won't always have it. If you have a PowerPoint file that doesn't have any animation, in PowerPoint, just save it as a PDF file as well and upload the PDF file. That'll be better than uploading as a PowerPoint. There you go.